What's up? And welcome back to my channel. This is Positive Negative Tarot. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. That means that you either found previous videos to be resonating or just entertaining in general. And if you're new, welcome in. I hope the videos are soon to be resonating with you or that you find comfort on the channel. Today, I feel really rejuvenated, really well rested. I went to the gym twice yesterday, which is something I don't typically do. Right now, I'm just lighting a little bit of sage. I cannot have too much sage going on. It like kind of irritates my chest, but just a little sage to clear the energy, clear my cards, and clear my space, and hopefully clear you all as well. Clear your energy. Take a deep breath. Wake up. Reset. For the time that you choose to click on this video or will be watching this video, I'm going to be doing another general message for this week. So from Monday to like basically Friday, really, because if I was gonna do like 7 days to 7, it would have been Sunday to Sunday. But I did post a video yesterday, so if you didn't check that one out, check it out, please. But in the meantime, I would like to do general messages for anybody clicking on this video or will be watching this video. Clear and concise messages, anything that they need to know, anything that they should be made aware of, any possible changes, any insight, any wisdom, any advice. Clear and concise messages. Please open up my downloads, clear my mind, clear my cards so that this may resonate with all who will click or view. Drop the card. Too many though. Spirit, can I get 3 cards, please? 3 cards, Spirit. Cards, Spirit. That was like 5. Can I get 3 cards, Spirit? 3 cards, Spirit. So I can start interpreting the message, please. 3 cards, Spirit. 3 cards, Spirit. 3 cards. Alrighty. So we have the Love card, the 8 of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. On the top of the deck, we have the 6 of Pentacles, and on the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Alright. So it looks like some type of incoming or exchange of messages. Even though this is the love card, I don't want to automatically associate it with love right off the back. I want to get a feel for the rest of the spread. But we do have the love card here, and the envelopes on this card do indicate like some type of heartfelt communication being administered or happening. This could be now or later at some point. And then we have the 8 of Cups and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, when I get this 8 of Cups, especially right next to the love card, I'm trying to see. This looks like somebody could be possibly ignoring a situation or turning their back on some type of incoming messages of love or expressions of love. Clear my throat chakra, please. Because on this 8 of Cups card, there's a person, possibly a man or a woman, on this horse, and they're riding away into the distance. Like, it doesn't really look so clear as to where they're going, and because it's cups, it doesn't look like they're glad to do it, but it looks like they feel like they need to just get away, like go away from love. Maybe this could be, I don't know if this is you or someone else feeling like feeling like they need to focus more on themselves and their pinnacle or something like that, especially with the 7 of Pentacles being on the bottom of the deck and the 6 of Pentacles being on the top of the deck. But let me just continue. So with this love card being here, also this is like such a side note, but I'm still working on my page right now, so like please excuse like the pre-draft elementary state that it's in. It looks so vague right now, but I'm getting it tuned up to how I want it to look. Anyway, we have this love card here. The keywords are love, connection, harmony, kindred spirits, and choices. The birds encompass love in all its forms. Across the earth, they fly carrying letters of sacred energy. To one another, they bring gifts of inner balance and peace. The messages within are poems of love, including self love. Harmony is restored through the power of love. So, love, connection, harmony, kindred spirits. The birds encompass love in all its forms. Across the earth, they fly carrying letters of sacred energy. So you or someone else could be into writing or like have a very eloquent way of speaking, or maybe have like just a really nice vocabulary or a big vocabulary in some way. Um, you all may have some type of gift in regard to communication that maybe you guys are not even aware of. Maybe it's the way that you speak or the way that you write in some regard, because it says the messages within our poems of love, including self-love. I feel like maybe there's something about the way that you all both express yourselves that brings about, maybe that could bring about some type of harmony, but there's some type of exchange or some type of expression of words or some type of communication, or it could be communication like over the phone or like face to face, or it could be some type of communication as in like texting, writing, emailing, or something of the sorts. But then we have Eight of Cups here. Cups is emotion energy, that could be water energy. So some of you all could be dealing with the water sign, or just embodying like some, or be in touch with your emotions in some regard to this particular situation. Eight of Cups is walking away, introspection, seeking truth, courage, escapism. Dissatisfied with their circumstance, they fly away into the quiet of night. They tolerated enough strife and grew weary of waiting for things to improve. Not knowing what the future holds makes them feel vulnerable, but they trust in their decision. If a situation has not added value to your life, it may be time to make a change. I almost got a little shaky there for a second. So somebody could have been feeling really anxious in regard to some type of emotional situation. Doesn't have to just be in regard to love, could be in regard to family, close friends, close loved ones. But it's giving me like something was making something about some type of exchange of love. So maybe somebody did come in previously and say something to you, or like express something to you, but maybe it just didn't maybe add up in some way, or maybe it just didn't feel like enough, because with the Eight of Cups, one of the key words was dissatisfaction. So it's giving me that something, this could be male or female, so this could be you a man, or you a woman who felt dissatisfied with the way something was going in a connection, specifically having to do with emotions and communication, I feel. And it says that dissatisfied with their circumstance, they fly away into the quiet of the night. They tolerated enough strife and grew weary of waiting for things to improve. So it's also giving me, especially because we're at the eight, like the eight of emotions. Oh my god, I don't know where this stopped at. Um, I was basically saying, so the Eight of Cups says walking away, introspection, seeking truth, courage, and escapism. Dissatisfied with their circumstance, they fly away into the quiet of night. They tolerated enough strife and grew weary of waiting for things to improve. If a situation has not added value to your life, it may be time to make a change. So yeah, that's what I was kind of getting earlier, because I'm like, we have these love messages, but the Eight of Cups looks like they're leaving something. It looks like they're removing themselves from a situation, basically. And then with this Queen of Pentacles being here, it looks like you're walking away from a situation, and this could be a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. You could just be embodying the energy. If you're a man, you could just be embodying the energy of really focusing on yourself and taking care of yourself, and basically like your home and things that fuel you, things that nurture you, things that boost your vibration is what I'm getting. If this is a woman, same thing. It's like you focusing on yourself, your animals, things that are really close to you, and most importantly, because this is Pentacles, this is giving me somebody very focused on their finances, very focused on like possibly job opportunities, very focused on any opportunity that would elevate them or give way to some type of growth is what I'm getting from this card. Um, So overall, so far from this the love card in this Eight of Cups, I just get like walking away from something that did not satisfy you in regard to communication. So maybe somebody could have not been truthful in regard to some type of communication, or maybe it just wasn't enough. So maybe there was like some stringing along, or maybe there was some type of just not enough, like not giving enough, considering, your value or something like that. Or I said considering, so maybe somebody was not being considerate in some regard. And with the Queen of Pentacles here too, it's almost giving me maybe there was not an equal exchange of like giving and receiving, to some regard, because this Queen of Pentacles also has her coins within her robe, and kind of has her hand kind of cradling like whatever the animal that she's cradling is. So it just gives me like growing her coins and just growing his or her coins and just kind of staying in her own lane, basically, is what I'm getting, or in his own lane, basically. And then again, we have the Six of Pentacles at the top of the deck, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles right off the back gives me self-care. It gives me self-care, and it gives me like drawing healing energy from the ground. So maybe somebody could be spending time with themselves after having to walk away from something or disconnect from something, or ignore something, especially since they're walking away from some type of communication. So maybe somebody could have tried to reach out, and you were like, nah, I'm finna focus on myself, or something like that. Again, this could be male or female energy. Um, Let me do Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is balance, generosity, support, gratitude, giving, and receiving. She's accumulated an abundant harvest and is in a position to share the most delicious food she's ever tasted. So somebody could be a chef, somebody could really like food, somebody could be a foodie. This could be you or the other person. She's grateful for all she has and is happy to provide when the opportunity arises. So the Six of Pentacles gives me a very giving individual. This gives me somebody that has enough for themselves, and doesn't mind. So this could be somebody who also enjoys like service or giving back in some way, like giving back to the community or feeding their community. I don't know why I just got feed the streets. I'm gonna feed the streets anyway. But this is just a balanced, generous, supporting, and grateful energy. This is somebody who, and again, we have this Queen of Pentacles. So let me look at the Queen of Pentacles really quick, because I bet you it has. It's nurturing, healer, generous, luxurious, practical. The charming Queen of Pentacles is a sensible woman who enjoys the finer things in life. She possesses natural healing powers. Before I lose my train of thought, if this is for a male, this could also be you walking away from some type of maybe inconsistent communication, or something about the way that you were communicating, or the way that communication was ongoing between you and another person was um, dissatisfactory. You didn't like it, something was making you feel possibly anxious within a situation, or just possibly unsure about a situation, but that insecurity, and possibly previous wisdom, especially since you're at the Eight of Cups, led you to be like, you know what, I think I'm going to turn my back on this situation and focus on something else. um Anyway, Queen of Pentacles possesses natural healing powers and knows how to take care of themselves in their home. So this also gives me, when you did walk away, or when someone did disconnect from a situation, again, this could be you or somebody else. It's also giving me that if it hurt or not, you still knew or possessed the natural or necessary, high vibrational skills needed to heal yourself and basically not crash out. It doesn't give me crash out energy anywhere in this deck, but basically it's just a lot of healing and grounded energy. So it just gives me the feelings that somebody just kept themselves really grounded, even despite having to like disconnect, possibly abruptly, because we got this communication and then we got our back turned. So, or maybe like something could have been said within the communication, that was just like a dead giveaway, like, yeah, I think I gotta leave this alone. But the message for the Queen of Pentacles is continue to build a good life and trust your inner wisdom. So it's almost giving me like reassurance that you walking away was okay. Like if you felt like you had to walk away, because even on this Eight of Cups card, this person is kind of looking like dead in the center of the card. Like they're not looking back, but they're not looking forward either. They're kind of looking like, kind of like, ugh, I didn't really want to have to let go of that, but I think it was the right decision. And I feel like that Queen of Pentacles, whether you're a man or a female, is just giving you kind of like that security, like that hand on shoulder, like you did the right thing. Then we, like I said, we have that Six of Pentacles. It's also giving me that somebody could have gotten themselves or had already been in an energy of Queen of Pentacles. So this could be a woman who had already saved a lot, already worked really hard, already um, kind of built something up for themselves, or is going towards building something up for them. You could be walking towards an opportunity, or an opportunity could be heading your way that will put you in this Queen of Pentacles energy, or in this energy of being able to be more generous and more giving. But obviously the Queen of Pentacles, also one of the key words was practical. So you want to balance out that I'm super generous, I'm super giving, with the fact that you still want to stay in the grounded energy, because in order for you to give, you have to also have something to give, basically, is what I'm getting. Basically, not being over giving is like, I'm kind of getting a reminder about that. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is nurturing, planning, harvest, rewards, manifestations of ideas. It says they persevere through slow growth and setbacks, and it's finally observing the results of dedicated work. She continues to tend to their garden, trusting it will flourish into something robust. Nurture your goals, you have the power to make it happen. So, yeah, I'm definitely getting embodying either embodying this Queen of Pentacles energy, or embodying just like this very grounded energy to go ahead and focus on yourself and focus on your pentacles. I'm getting also with the love card being there, and then the Eight of Cups being there, I'm definitely getting like removing the focus away from love. I'm definitely getting like maybe just walking away from the idea of love in general and focusing on your coins, making things grow. Again, possibly receiving some type of opportunity. But then I'm also with the Seven of Pentacles. Um, she's persevered through slow growth and setbacks, and is finally observing the results of the dedicated hard work. I feel like the results of the dedicated hard work are going to push you into some type of opportunity, or you're just starting to see the results in the form of pentacle, or that will be happening soon. And so that's going to put you in this energy of, again, being able to not only nurture yourself and care for yourself even harder, but also give back. Maybe somebody has a particular cause that they like to give to, or this could be animals, this could be like literally gardening, like planting things. Like I'm getting like it's fruit on this card. It's giving like a very bountiful energy. It's giving, and it's also giving a very thankful energy. So somebody could be very thankful despite some type of emotional challenge. Thankful for themselves, but then I'm also just giving, maybe even thankful um, to the opportunities around them, or just thankful because there's like no bitterness on these cards either. It's just giving me like I'm happy. It's giving me going from the Eight of Cups to being like, darn, I had to walk away, stale face. But then it's just giving me kind of like nurturing yourself in your garden to the point where like that doesn't matter. That's what I'm getting. Like it's just giving me a very complete and total mind shift from love and emotions to something a little bit more practical and balanced. Because sometimes emotions can be all over the place. Sometimes it could be really wonky. Sometimes it could be so complex and take a minute to like balance itself out. But sometimes focusing on career and self is a little bit more easy to adjust to. And once you kind of focus on that and adjust and just worry about yourself and like literally your career, like then you have like the time and the space needed to go back to that and maybe like poke around in there and see like, oh, okay, that didn't feel so good, why did that, and assess some other things. But I'm gonna pull some more cards. Let's see. That was pretty good so far. It's a lot of grounded energy. We have one cups. Again, so this could be you walking away from a water sign, or this could be you are the water sign that's walking away from something else. um you could be walking away from a water sign, and just embodying a very earthy, grounded, stability focused energy, but heavy on that nurturing energy. Somebody could be taking really long showers. Somebody could be like, I don't know, I'm getting like trying different soaps and stuff like that, especially with like self-care, even if it's a man. I'm getting somebody could be getting like a new robe or a new wardrobe, maybe. Somebody could be getting outside in nature, maybe going to a farm. Somebody could be seeing owls or maybe visiting a zoo or like one of those petting zoo or feeding zoo when you can get real up close on the animal and feed them. That could be like therapeutic for somebody. Spirit, can I get a few more cards on this spread? We have the Empress coming out. Can I get two more cards on this spread, Spirit? Two more cards on this spread. Okay, two more cards on this spread, Spirit. Two more cards. Clear my mind, focus my energy. Clear my mind, focus my energy. Clear my mind, focus my energy. A few more cards on this spread, Spirit. 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 Can I get two more cards on this spread? That's one, and then one more, please, Spirit. So far we have the Empress. This is the Hangman. The Hangman did come out in reverse. I usually don't read reversals, but I feel like just how it just came out just made a lot of sense. Let's move here. And can I get one more card, Spirit? One more card, Spirit. One more card, Spirit. One more card. Now, with this walking away from the love communication, I don't know if this is temporary or if this is like a permanent detachment or disconnection, but it's definitely a disconnect of some sort. And again, with that Eight of Cups being something like dissatisfactory, it said like giving, like putting your, basically, this is the amount of time that I was going to give to this situation, or wait out and see if this communication or this type of whatever in regard to the connection was going to get better. It didn't get better. It forced my hand, or forced me, in other words, to have to go off in a different direction. But it doesn't look like somebody's all that thrilled about going off in a different direction. So maybe somebody could have really stuck around because they were really hopeful that things would change or things would get better in some regard. But with this Eight of Cups being here, and then this Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles energy, um, it's just giving me walking away and focusing on bigger things. Low key is what I'm getting. It's giving me walking away from whatever that communication was that was dissatisfactory, or just not maybe meeting your standards, or I was getting breadcrumbing earlier. That's the word I was looking for. One more card, Spirit. I need one more card. And then we'll start closing the messages out. One more card, Spirit. One more card. Thank you. Okay, and then we have the World card. As I said, talked about closing the message out. So we got the Empress, the Hangman in reverse, and the World card. So from this energy, I'm just getting, especially as I was saying, like think big. Like that's what I was just thinking of as I was looking at this Queen of Pentacles. Because even the way even the way the Queen of Pentacles looks on this card, she kind of looks very like upfront and forefront. So I was just getting like big. Like it's giving me getting to the big bag. Maybe you're getting a better job opportunity that comes with a bigger bag. Maybe that's why that Six of Pentacles is here, where you're going to be able to be giving more, or you're going to be having enough to actually share a little bit of something. Maybe you're going to be less stingy all of a sudden because your bag is going to grow for sure. Like there's definitely some type of growth here in regards to stability or finances. Maybe somebody could be getting a new home, a bigger home, more space. Um, Especially since there's like a lot of outdoorsiness. Somebody could be getting land or thinking about purchasing land or doing something in regard to growing. So this could even be just self-growth, especially again with embodying that Queen of Pentacles energy. Either again, if it's man or female. If it's a man, somebody could really be just embodying more of a nurturing energy, despite having had gone through like some type of emotional, having to walk away from something. Because it's good that you walked away, because you're walking away from something that doesn't serve you, and then that's putting you in that Queen of Pentacles energy, because that means that you're walking away to focus on yourself because you love yourself. That love yourself is attracting opportunities to you, and that's why a lot of this Pentacle energy is coming out. It's literally like things are sprouting out the ground. It's like new seeds are being planted just at the idea of walking away. So this could be happening right now or about to happen, um, but that's what it's giving me right now. Okay, so I actually had to just pick up where I left off because my phone kept overheating. But anyway, we left off on just the Queen of Pentacles, and I was talking more about that, and how there's just a lot of Pentacles on this spread in general. There's the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, there's the Queen of Pentacles, um, and then that's half the spread right there. So with this Queen of Pentacles too, I pulled more cards on the spread, and then we end up getting the Empress, the Hangman in reverse, and the World card. So also with that Queen of Pentacles, when I was talking about like nurturing energy, even if you are a man, I feel like this is just nurturing yourself, your wealth, taking care, maybe maybe planning for stability, or like kind of I'm getting like low key like tucking in, especially like on this Queen of Pentacles card, she has an animal, and she's kind of like holding the animal like that, and kind of like having it within her garment. I just get a lot of like fine tuning and just basically self-care towards things that are important for you, especially towards stability of some sort, especially with this walking away from whatever this love connection was. It's very possible that possibly one reason that you could have decided to detach from whatever this emotional energy was, or communicative energy in regard to emotion, was because maybe this person was in some way holding back your finances or stopping you in some way, shape, or form from being able to grow your finances in some way. And then for some reason, I was also getting that this communication could also be low-key some type of hypnosis. Like maybe somebody knows something that they do, or like maybe they call your name a specific way, or maybe like they say your name a specific amount of times, and that would make you respond to them or something like that. But you kind of are already aware of that, and it's given like were already aware of that, but you were just trying to see, especially with that Eight of Cups, if the behavior would change, especially since that's the message with the Eight of Cups. Like after staying in something for a while and trying to see it through, there just wasn't enough change, and you were dissatisfied with that, and so you turned basically the other cheek. With the Empress card being here, I just feel like, again, that's like piggybacking off of that Queen of Pentacles energy and the Seven of Pentacles energy, where it's just you nurturing yourself, you sitting pretty. So even if it's, again, it could be man or woman type stuff, but if it's a woman, this is somebody who's just really taking care of herself, taking care of her womanliness, is what I get from this card. Is very content, is very confident. It's almost giving like very secure in the decision being made. And then right as I say that, I'm looking at the Hangman in reverse. So if the Hangman was in the upright, it would be the sense that you're kind of like stagnant in this energy. You don't really know what to do. Like you kind of have your wings tied down with these like threads of some sort, and like there's cloudiness around something that you're thinking of, and possibly in regard to how to get out of something. But with this Empress and then the Hangman in reverse, it's giving me that you know yourself, possibly your worth. If this is a man, again, this is just somebody really tuning into their own needs as opposed to the other person's needs, and being confident in wanting to possibly nurture their own garden of some sort. And then with the Hangman being in reverse, it's just giving me being very enlightened about. It's giving me crack the code too with the Hangman energy. It's giving me like the Empress. If this is a man, the Empress could also be like you realize this was not an Empress, and so therefore the Hangman is in reverse because you realize like, oh, okay, and then that realization is the World card, which is the completion of the cycle. That completion of the cycle is that decision to walk away once you realize something in regard to a particular situation. If this is a woman, that could just be you sitting in your Empress energy, like, yeah, I know myself. I'm tending to myself. I'm focusing on my own needs, on my own garden, and I know that that's the right decision to make with that Hangman energy and then the World card. So whatever you also just figured out, again, created momentum to bring about something new, or just to close out a cycle is really what I'm getting. Like less bringing in something new and more so closing out a cycle, especially since there's a lot of self-care and nurturing energy. And then I also asked to clarify the love card. And with the love card, with those incoming messages, I got the Two of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Death card. So that could also be that the reason why you could be walking away from a particular love message or like love call, or somebody trying to like communicate with you in some type of way, or express some type of emotion that you kind of are just like, okay, I've been here before, I've seen this before, like da 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 da. It's because of something about this Two of Swords. Like when I actually clarified the love, I got Two of Swords, Three of Swords, and Death card. I feel like this could be either somebody was in two minds about something, possibly because like on that love card there are two doves, and the messages are going that way and that way also. So that could also be like having two potential lovers in mind. That's what I'm thinking. But it also could just be in two minds. I don't know, having something to do with the healing space, because the Three of Swords is like giving me still having the need to heal, or have not completely healed yet or recovered from some type of emotional injury. And then the Death card being right next to it gives me that the reason why somebody could have walked away from a particular situation is because maybe somebody was not done healing, or maybe that a lack of healing was disturbing the communication or something of the connection in some way, and that made somebody decide to walk away, although it wasn't with happiness necessarily. It wasn't like they were happy to walk away. It's given like, I have to walk away. I know that this is the right thing to do. It's not with a heavy heart, but it's not with a lightweight heart either. But either way, I'm going towards focusing on myself and like building something better for myself, and building like something better for like my own foundation and such like that. Or just I'm just like low key like overall getting just like knowing that this is the right thing to do, and like even if you want to focus on your pinnacles or not, it's just giving like as far as shifting gears and jumping out of that heart space, because the Cups energy, this is like pretty much the only Cups energy you have. You don't have any other emotional energy. Actually, you don't have any other emotional energy. Everything else is Pentacles and Swords. So this is groundedness and thinking, or like mental chatter in some way, shape, or form. Let me see. I wrote down a bunch of things while my phone was like cooling down. And I also feel like that Empress card being there, just to extend the rest of this spread, because the initial spread was the Love card, the Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles, and I further pulled the Empress, the Hangman in reverse, and the World card. I feel like whatever decision being made as far as deciding to turn your back on the situation, close the situation out, close the cycle out, stop talking to a person, stop communicating with a person in some way, shape, or form, almost was like your higher self, which is what just catapulted you in this Empress energy type. So even if you're a man, this is that decision was basically like the decision to put yourself first, and that decision to put yourself first is like a boost to your vibration, and so that catapulted you into being in the Empress energy. Or for a man, that could also give you an idea of what a real Empress looks like, because perhaps you thought something was one way, and that's why you kind of had to leave with a heavy heart or something like that. Not a heavy heart, again, I say like a medium weight heart, I would say. But with the closing out of completions, because we do end with the world card, I'm going to end it off with the world card. But with that closing out of cycles, you definitely did learn something from this cycle, or will be learning something from this cycle that brings some type of aha, eureka moment, in which I think you'll gradually feel better, especially as like opportunities for growth come in regard to finances. I'm trying to think of what else before I close out. But yeah, I definitely think that that Eight of Cups is walking away from that love communication, and like even if that means you're just focusing on, I feel like it's just a shift in focus. Like I don't think I'm gonna not focus on that for a while. And then when I clarified the love, that Two of Swords, like that Two of Swords does give me like kind of heavy thought, giving me like monk status, thinking about what's the right choice, what's the right thing to do, having some type of emotional, like maybe sadness or depression. I don't know. That could be you or somebody else, but I feel like with that Death card being there, like that's major energy. So I feel like some type of major transition, or lack of major transition, or maybe it was just a delay in somebody making a decision in regard to communicating something in an efficient way, caused somebody to decide to move on. But whoever decided to move on, I dropped the card. Whoever decided to move on, whatever they shift their focus to just leads to something fruitful. It's like the grass is growing, the trees are growing, fruits are growing, they're content, they're happy, and they're like overall they're just very focused. So I think I'm gonna close it out here. I hope this reading resonated with any of you. If it did resonate, please let me know down in the comments. I'm sorry for the disruption in the clip. And then I still think I'll come back and do some like groups of signs between today and tomorrow. But, yep, that was it. Bye.